Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden in plain sight within company filings. Today we're diving into a report from BankUnited Incorporated, and let's just say some key people are talking about new arrangements. This is a current report filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and it's all about changes at the top, or rather the transition of a very important person. BankUnited Incorporated is the company in question. They are a financial institution, kind of like a bank, but they also do other financial stuff. Think of them as a big player in the financial world, based in Florida, incorporated in Delaware. The earliest date we're looking at for any events in this report is the 19th of November 2025. This report is essentially a heads up to investors about significant happenings. Alright, so the main story here is about a key executive. The report tells us that Leslie Lunak, who was the Chief Financial Officer or CFO for BankUnited, stepped down from that top finance job on the 10th of November 2025. But here is the kicker, she is not just leaving the company's orbit entirely. She is actually staying on in a different capacity as an executive advisor. This transition was formalized with a specific agreement signed on the 19th of November 2025. So the company and Miss Lunak have agreed on the terms for her continued service and what she promises not to do, which are generally called restrictive covenant obligations. For now, she is staying employed as an executive advisor until early January 2026. This means she'll still be getting her regular salary, keeping her employee benefits, and her pending stock awards will continue to vest, meaning they'll become officially hers over time as planned. This is pretty standard when a high-level executive transitions from one role to another within the same company. She is still on the payroll for a bit longer. After her initial advisory role ends in January 2026, she's not disappearing completely. From the 3rd of January 2026 to the end of 2027, she will be working as a special advisor. But this is a big change because she'll be a consultant, meaning she won't be an employee anymore. She'll be brought in for her expertise on a project basis. Now, about her compensation for all those unvested performance share units, which are essentially bonuses tied to company performance, that were set to end after the 2nd of January 2026. These will still be around and can still be earned. This means even as a consultant, her future pay from these awards depends on how well the company does over the normal period they were supposed to be measured. This is a nice incentive for her to stay engaged and help the company perform. And here is an important detail for her. If there is a change of control at BankUnited before these performance periods wrap up, meaning if the company gets bought or merges with another, all those outstanding performance share units will immediately vest. This means she'd get them all right away, with the performance goals still being met according to her original agreements. This is a common clause to protect executives in case of a buyout. On the flip side, she is also agreeing to some important restrictions. She is keeping her old promises about not competing with the company or poaching its employees, and she is even agreeing to new ones. These new promises, which cover not competing with BankUnited and not trying to hire away its staff, will be in effect all the way through the 31st of December 2027. This is to protect BankUnited's business interests while she's a consultant, and even after her consulting work concludes. Now let's talk about what happens if things don't go as planned. If BankUnited decides to let Miss Lunak go without a good reason, meaning without cause, before the 2nd of January 2026, or if they end her special advisor services for any reason that isn't considered grounds for her dismissal, if she was still an employee, she'll still get the benefits we talked about. This includes continuing to vest her equity awards and receiving her 2025 annual incentive bonus, as long as she sticks to the agreement, especially those restrictions. However, if her employment or consulting work ends for any other reason, like if she quits or is fired for cause, then that is it. She won't get any more money or benefits except for anything that was already earned or is owed to her by law. It's a pretty clear separation of terms. This whole description is just a summary. The full details of this transition letter are available, and it's attached as an exhibit to this report, meaning you can go read the entire legal agreement if you are really interested. This part of the filing is where they list all the supporting documents. And as expected, Exhibit 10.2 is the transition letter dated the 19th of November 2025. This is the actual agreement detailing the arrangement for Miss Lunak. Finally, the report is signed off on the 21st of November 2025, and it is officially from BankUnited Incorporated. The signature here is from Rajinder Singh, who is the Chief Executive Officer or CEO of BankUnited. He's the one formally approving this report and confirming these changes. So what do we make of all this? From my perspective, this filing shows BankUnited Inc. is carefully managing a significant leadership transition. The company is clearly valuing Leslie Lunak's expertise by keeping her engaged even after she steps down from her CFO role. This arrangement seems designed to ensure a smooth handover of financial responsibilities and to retain her knowledge, particularly through those performance-based incentives and restrictive covenants. The fact that they've laid out clear terms for her continued consulting role and the vesting of her equity awards suggests a desire for stability and continuity. However, the prolonged period of restrictive covenants through the end of 2027, and her consultancy role extending until then, indicates that the company wants to ensure their sensitive information and client relationships remain secure. There is a clear strategy here to leverage her experience while mitigating potential risks associated with her departure from a core executive role. A key risk here is always the performance of the company itself. If BankUnited doesn't perform well, those unvested performance share units might not materialize for Ms. Lunak, which could lead to dissatisfaction or future disputes. On the opportunity side, if Ms. Lunak's continued strategic advice helps BankUnited navigate tough financial markets, then this whole arrangement could prove to be a very smart investment for the company, ensuring they benefit from her deep understanding of their financial structure and operations. In conclusion, this report is not about dramatic departures, but rather a strategic phased transition for a key executive. It's a move that prioritizes continuity and retains valuable institutional knowledge. While these arrangements often come with significant costs for BankUnited, it appears to be a calculated effort to maintain leadership strength and operational stability in the long run. What do you think about this executive transition? Does it signal strength or is there something more going on beneath the surface? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into BankUnited's filings helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.